Thank you for joining us today. We have a briefing and an update on the 9-mile shooting and homicide investigation that has captivated Richmond for the last few days. The RPD has made 3 arrests in this case. 2 of those individuals are juvenile males, 17 years of age. Also, Clinton Baker, male, 18 years of age. Let me spell his first name for you because I may be mispronouncing his name. It's Clintoine, Baker. These individuals have been charged in connection with the 2 homicides and multiple charges of attempted murder. I'd like to thank the RPD officers, Detective F&T, and the Major Crimes Unit for their commitment and dedication that has led to the arrest of these arrests. I appreciate their long hours and ongoing commitment to this case. It is an ongoing investigation, and we are asking the community's help in providing information that would further help this case. We thank anyone who has come forth thus far for their help. I thank them for the families as well, too. If you know anything at all, have seen anything suspicious, or overheard any information that you may not think could be helpful, remember that it could be, this small thing could be a very big thing in solving in this investigation. Further, we ask anyone to call Crime Stoppers. Crime Stoppers is there to provide information, and you can do it anonymously. 804-780-1000. 804-780-1000. We would also like to thank the U.S. Marshal Regional Fugitive Task Force for their assistance in this case. The U.S. Marshals have also offered a $5,000 reward in connection with any information that leads to an arrest in the suspects in this case. That information is open to just the investigation in general as well, too. This investigation, as we said earlier, is ongoing. Here's how you can provide tips if you were to search. It's the USMS, that's the United States Marshal Service. Tips on your computer, the browser, and submit your tips, and they also take those tips anonymously as well. We are continuing to do everything that we can to bring successful closure to this case, and it remains our top priority at this time. I'd like to thank you, and I would like to end this briefing by giving you a list of the charges that we have thus far brought forth in this investigation. Murder, use of a firearm in the commission of a felony, aggravated malicious wounding, possession of a firearm by a minor, shooting into an occupied vehicle, shooting from a moving vehicle, and, of course, attempted murder as well, too. We thank you for coming out and having this briefing. Any other information, we will be also forwarding that information as well through our PIO and giving updates as we go along. Thank you all.
What led to these individuals? Did you all get tips from the public?
Because we still have successful prosecution to go, I would say that the investigation as a whole led to this. And I will say this off script: the officers, the detectives, the F&Ps, the Marshal Service, from the time that this happened, they have been working tirelessly to go out and find out and hold those responsible to this heinous crime. So I'm not going to give out details of what led to this here, because we still have this investigation is still ongoing, and we still have to turn this case over to our prosecution so we can actually hold them responsible in court. Okay. I'm sorry? I have no words of what to say to someone who has lost a 14-year-old son and a 9-year-old son. I could not imagine the pain that they are feeling right now. And I can say that this organization and myself personally stands with them to help bring any kind of closure. For this pain and this scar, I just imagine we'll be there with them for the rest of their life. And I think my words probably fall short of what the rest of this organization feels. Like I said previously, from the time this happened, we have had officers just going without sleep, detectives going without rest, away from their own families, because I think they actually feel some of that pain themselves. It's in part of the people who were involved with these arrests and part of this investigation, I should say, let me correct that, will be part of the task force. Like I said, even before I even formed the task force, our detectives and everybody jumped in full speed with this. So the task force is still being formed, and that will be headed up by Major Ronnie Armstead. He's in the back of the room. But that task force is still ongoing. I mean, not ongoing, it's still full speed ahead. But some of the elements involved in this investigation will be part of that task force as well. Not at this time. Not at this time.
Chief. There's another case